Top tier air realistic looks really complicated, but it's really not. It's just a lot of things Gaijin doesn't teach you and assumes that you already understand. This is designed more as an overview covering terminology, notching, and other defensive options. Now if this video does well, I'll cover close range dogfights in another video, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to be focusing on Fox 3 employments in this one. Let's quickly go over the settings that will make it a little bit easier to play. Changing the radar to a box just makes it easier to read. Turn on radar altitude lets you see how high off the floor you are. It's more important for multipath later on. If you haven't already done so, turn off controls for instructor assist at low altitudes. This will just prevent you from getting gaijined. Now that your settings are out the way, let's cover the mechanics that need to be defeated for a successful notch. IOG or inertial guidance, basically the missile continues its current course. Data link, the plane is continuing to update the missile on the position of the target. Angle gate, it's basically chaff projection, putting the missile into IOG. We just have to defeat IOG because angle gate relies on it. To defeat IOG, we simply deviate from our course once in our notch. For simplicity, a notch is just going to be 90 degrees relative to the missile seeker. So we're going to put that missile little indicator on our 3 or 9 o'clock for RWR and then just pitch up or pitch down. Drop your chaff as you make the pitch. If you find that the missile is still tracking you, odds are you're still being data linked by the parent aircraft. In that case, just hold your notch and the missile should just fly by. So to defeat the data link, all you have to do is either counterfire or notch the enemy aircraft's radar. You're just breaking the aircraft's lock. Data link isn't accurate enough to score a hit on its own, so you're pretty safe holding the notch unless you just get really unlucky. At close range, if you're notching the missile, you're likely notching the aircraft as well, so you don't have to worry about it. If you're going slow enough and dropping chaff, you'll find that sometimes the missile will just bite the chaff and flick off. In that case, you can ignore IOG and just commit to whatever it is you were doing beforehand. Alternatively, you can just go cold, essentially turning around and outrunning the missile. In aircraft like the F-15E, where you enjoy such a massive top speed advantage, this is a pretty good strategy. It allows you to reset the engagement and outrun their missile all in one motion, allowing you to build up distance, coming back in with more altitude, more speed, and just taking the fight however you want. Conversely, if you're playing an aircraft that doesn't enjoy a massive top speed advantage, you're going to be exposing your 6 and allowing them to run you down, exposing you to pressure that you just can't really retaliate against. You also have the option to multipath. Essentially it's just flying under 60 meters of radar altitude. The sweet spot's about 40. Under 40 you risk being splashed, over that you risk being hit by top-down missiles. Multipathing is notoriously unreliable in War Thunder, and it's not a strategy I would recommend as your go-to. If the attacking aircraft has significant altitude advantage, it'll probably still go through the multipath. This video kind of assumes that you're comfortable managing your radar and all the other stuff about top tier aircraft. If you want a separate video on how to operate that, leave it in the comments.